Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Go.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. The end result, 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Check. Hot. Left pass. Cut.
Now it's Carson. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and... This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
57. Mike, 57. Watch QB. Watch QB drop. 57.
Now Goff. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing on third. Gone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come. The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
You got nothing. Motion.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
From the end zone, gone. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it, try and create some space, some room, and it went awry, didn't it?
5-2 is a minute to 6. Pull it. Now. You must be dreaming. Check.
After the interception, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
Show it up. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Go left.
They run it with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now he'll let it go. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off near the 34. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now Wilson. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Check 52's the mark. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Wilson on first down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A first down run there for Gurley, but nothing opening up as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now on second down, this is Gurley. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Here's Goff. He's got Adams on the hookup. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from the 3-line. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Like 20. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, 76. 76. 76. 14. 14.
From the gun on third down, Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by David Long. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Rolling to his right. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
17.
From the gun, here's Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is Jennings. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Go 14. Check me out.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
20. He's checking. Go.
Gurley again here on first down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 24, Goff. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Looking deep for Adams. And now here is another
interception. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Hey, Shell.
After the interception, here's Goff. Pass, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, L.A. Davante Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And down he'll go at the 25. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On 1st and 10, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long.
Value 3. Hey, lift.
A shotgun snap for Goff. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. It'll be a Pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On 2nd down, it's Carson pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Wilson. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check. Flag down. 12. Gun. Banjo.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 57. Mike, 57. I'm not ready. He's coming. We got nothing.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Hey, wahoo! 57. It's been a long day for you. Mike's 57. 57's mine. Super. Such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hold on. Check. Now you won.
Gone. And that
is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 15. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
24's the mark. Watch the curve.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Wilson now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there. David Moore, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Carson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's gone. And his throw here's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that has to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
76.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And that's complete to Adams. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation.
Back's mine. Hey, watch that. Check.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. To throw is Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Here's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. 20, 10. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 34. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Gurley. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Again they run with Gurley.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down.
A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. So the victory here for Seattle. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Seahawks, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for L.A., they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.